It's been a while. It's been a while since I've uploaded a video. It's been like 2 weeks, just about. Went on vacation with the wife and kids. We went to Ocean Shores, Washington. Here's some photos. Shasha. And a little update for the channel. I'm switching from GoPro to, you can see it if this is actually on. It made some weird noises, which is one of the reasons why I'm switching. But I switched to a DJI Action 5 Pro. That is what's currently on my helmet. Right now I have a wired-in microphone, but I will be investing in the DJI mic on the advice of Mozak from Mozak Rides Again. Feels good to be on the bike after a couple of weeks, I'll tell you that. I need fuel. But I should never say I need fuel, because last time I said I needed fuel, I almost hit a deer and died, so I shouldn't say that anymore. I think that's what cursed me. I need go juice. There. Maybe that'll break the curse. But yeah, so not talking shit. Motorcycle friends. It's a nice ass road glide. I made the switch to DJI for a number of reasons. Not talking shit on GoPro. GoPro's amazing. They do good shit. But for what I need, I think DJI is the way to go. I will talk about it more in just a minute because I need gas. See you in a second. And sometimes the Motovlogs write themselves. So I'm here at the gas station filling up in sunny Okanagan, and I tried to turn my GoPro on. I told you it made a weird noise when I tried to turn it on to get some dual footage, and it turned off immediately, and I looked at it, and turns out it needs an SD card, because I pulled the SD card out of the GoPro and put it in the DJI. So sometimes, like I said, the Motovlogs write themselves. I'm gonna run up to the store and get an SD card for the GoPro. So I just pulled it off and put it in my saddlebag. So, as I was saying, I have made the switch from halfway because I'm still gonna use the GoPro. But I made the switch for my primary camera from the GoPro Hero. Oh god, it's GoPro fucking Hero something. It's the latest, the 13, to the DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro, which is a mouthful, might I say. But anyways, I'm going to go into, this channel is going to be about why I made the switch and the cool things that I'm going to be able to do with this new camera. So and again, this is not me talking shit on the GoPro. I love GoPro. GoPro's awesome. But I would go into my GoPro Hero 13 and adjust settings based on frame rate and a bunch of the different pro settings, and then I would hit there would be no like confirm or yes or save button, and so I would go in, I would make all the changes that I would want to make, and then I would okay, and then hit the back button getting out of it. And then I would go back into it to ensure that those changes were made, and yes, they were made. But then I would go on a single ride, and then I would check the footage, and it didn't look correct. You know, it was like the adjustments were never made. This bike sounds good right now. And so I would go then back into the settings and look at, and it would revert back to the old settings. Like I never made the changes or the adjustments. So I got really frustrated with that. I would have to go into the settings every time before hitting record. And I would have to remake the adjustments. And that got real old. That and the app for the GoPro is super convoluted. It's not user-friendly at all, as is the GoPro settings itself. Trying to go in and navigate the menus was a real pain in the ass. But everything that I have seen, and in all my research on the DJIs, super user-friendly. Cut to me actually setting this camera up for knowing the exact settings, the frame rate, the other thing. I'm not gonna be able to think of it. If I think of the words, I'll put it up here somewhere. But yeah, everything was super easy to adjust and set, and there's a big confirm button, and then it says check, yes, saved on this. And then I've gone back in several times, and sure as shit, all my settings are saved. As well as some other reasons why I've changed. I've changed because GoPro does not offer a compatible Bluetooth wireless microphone, like I kind of talked about a little bit ago. I am going to be switching from a Purple Panda wired microphone to the DJI Mic Mini, because I want to do kind of like what Chase on Wheels talks about in his channel on setting up a motovlogging helmet. He talks about the DJI mics and being able to magnetize it and or attach it loosely. Mozak uses Velcro, and I think I'm going to go Mozak's route. I think I'm going to use some Velcro to attach the microphone to the inside of the helmet. That way it's just, you know, a little bit more secure, I think, than a magnet. That's just me. I'm prior service, so I have a love relationship with Velcro. Love it, love it, love it. But anyways, so yeah, GoPro does not offer a wireless microphone. You would have to go third party and then somehow buy an adapter, a little plug-in attachment and all that BS, and I didn't want to deal with that. Also, I know this might seem silly, but the DJIs have a screw-in lens attachments, whereas the GoPros, it's weird. It's like a cam, and it cams over from a 45 to a 90-degree position. So you have like this 45-degree rotation to attach lens, like ND filters or other attachments, new lenses, whereas the and it's really hard to, you got to push it in and really crank it, and whereas the DJI Osmo Action 5, it's a thread-on, so it's a super secure lens, and I really like that for like ease of use, because there have been times when I put on the ND filter on my GoPro, well, you know, I thought I put it on, and it literally pops off because you didn't quite get one of the little wire things on the underside. I'll try to put a photo right here. On the underside of the lens attachment underneath the cam that it's supposed to sit under. So just, you know, just little things kind of added up for me, leading me to want to switch. So I have. So I'm really hoping, after thinking about all the things that I wanted to talk about in this video, I'm really hoping everything comes out good. The app is really easy. I would constantly, it was every time I would try to connect the GoPro to the app, it would say failed to connect. like every single time. I'd have to turn everything off and everything back on, and I'd have to try again, and then on the second or third try, then it would finally connect. So I don't know what the deal is with that. Again, connecting the DJI Osmo Action 5 went extremely smoothly. Every time I've connected it to the app, it just whoop, one and done. Connects right up, super quick, super easy. Everything is good. So I'm gonna head in, get a new SD card. It'll be good. I'll be right back. Welcome back. I did the thing. Oh shit. Gotta put my gloves on. See, this is what happens when you take a 2-week hiatus from riding motorcycles. You forget to put your gloves on. So anyways, ran into Walmart. Got new SD card for the GoPro. Also got a backup one for the main, just in case I run out. Because during our Born Free trip, I was a little nervous that I wasn't gonna have enough time to download all the footage off of the SD card, and therefore not be able to put new footage on it. But here we are. Try to clean that filter off. So yeah, also we bought an RV. So to explain that, it's a travel trailer really. I saved the term RV for ones that drive, but we bought a travel trailer. But I'll kind of explain the decision behind that. So we went on vacation to Ocean Shores, Washington. And Ocean Shores, Washington is where my family has kind of a generational thing. We have some beach property. It's a part of the Ocean Shores Outdoor Recreation Club. It's like an RV club. People bring their RVs and travel trailers and campers to this park, and most of them, some of them come and go with the trailers themselves, but most of them just park their thing permanently there, and they build decks around them. And it's a part of the rules that you have to keep the tires on it and wheels. You can't just like pull it off and put it on a foundation. It has to remain mobile. But anyways, it's like a third of a mile, not even, maybe a quarter mile to the beach from this beach property. And so like during the day, if you're there, you can hear the ocean, which is so nice and relaxing. And anyone who knows me knows I love the water. I love the water like a lot. I love the ocean. I like being near the ocean. I like the beach. I love to be in the water. I love it all. So it was really cool when my folks bought this property, and they have 2 lots. And so my parents on their lot have like this really nice RV. And so my parents were like, hey, if you guys want to use it for, you know, get out of Dodge for a little while, feel free. And so me and the wife were like, absolutely, let's go to the beach and hang out, enjoy the water for a week. It was for our anniversary. 15 years this poor woman has had to be married to me, that poor thing. But anyways, and so we kind of also did it as my oldest daughter's 12th birthday party, because her birthday is the day after our anniversary. So I thought that was pretty cool that we can kind of do a joint thing. But anywho, so we're in Ocean Shores in my folks' RV, and it's a bit small. You know, they bought it for them, and they're just the two people. But when you when you jam 2 children and 2 adults into this small RV for a week, now mind you, we were only sleeping in there and eating meals, and 2 of the 3 meals a day in there. I mean, it still gets a little tight. And so the wife and I started talking, and we talked to my folks like, hey, you have 2 lots here right next to each other. One's empty. Would you guys totally be cool if Jen and I bought a travel trailer to put on it? A nice big one. And they said, absolutely, we don't give a shit. And so the wife and I, when we got back, we went to the local dealership to buy a travel trailer. So we pull into Sunrise RV, and that's the local one here. And they were having, just so happened to be the end of season sales event for RVs. So we were like, oh, heck yeah. So we got one at a very decent price. I think it was $16,000 off MSRP or whatever, off sticker. But here are the photos, some photos of the RV. As you can see, it's really big and spacious inside. Nice little kitchen. There's an island, and the kids' bedroom converts into like a theater room during the day when they're not sleeping. It's like a Murphy bed where it just lifts up. And yeah, so we walked through it, and we were looking at it, and we were like, oh, this thing is gorgeous. So we bought it, and here in a couple of weeks I will be going over to Ocean Shores to kind of do some site prep where the at the lot where the travel trailer is going to go. This guy has no idea how fast he wants to go. That's okay. So I'm super excited. I'll get some footage of that, me going over there. It'll just be me, my family. That's the same week that my girls start school, and my wife's going back to work. So it'll just be me that weekend shooting over to spread some gravel. But I'll bring you guys along. I'll bring some cameras, you know. And yeah, it's going to be awesome. Super excited about it. Yeah. We're gonna plan on doing it like once a month, where once a month we head over and get out of town for a while. And I'm very fortunate to have a job, and I've talked about my job a lot on this channel, but I'm very fortunate to work 4/10s, 3-day weekends plus all federal holidays paid off. So we just wait for a holiday, and I don't even have to burn leave. You know, put in PTO to go over for a weekend. And it's a good 6-hour drive, but that's not too bad. It's an absolute gorgeous drive. And I also figure that it'll be a good hangout spot for Cousin Connor and Uncle Rob and I to go ride over and do an overnight at a nice, big, comfortable place for us to sleep for freezies. Well, it wasn't free. I paid a lot of money for this trailer, but you know what I mean. Like, we don't have to pay for the hotel and jazz like that. And it has like a full-size fridge, an oven, a shower, a bathroom, 2 big bedrooms. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be awesome. Yeah, so some updates for the channel. Gonna hopefully cruise over to the ocean on the bikes soon. I think it would be really cool if I can get Cousin Connor and Uncle Rob over there this year at some point before it starts getting too cold. Got plenty of time. Maybe in late September. I don't know. So yeah, hopefully this dual camera thing works out. Hopefully I can figure out how to do some syncing of the video for the audio. The GoPro won't be doing any audio, so that makes that a little bit easier, but the audio is all coming from my Purple Panda mic into the DJI. I keep saying DJI, not DJI. DJI is kind of doesn't roll off the tongue as easy. But yeah, thank you guys for being patient with me on me not posting a video for a while, for 2 weeks. But I am back in town and got my bike, got my new camera finally delivered. I don't know why I said finally, literally delivered in like 4 days after I bought it. But yeah, super excited. Stay tuned, do all the YouTube stuff, do the like, the comment, subscribe, do all that happy jazz, and comment below if you also have an action camera and what you guys prefer to use, GoPro or DJI or Insta360 or whatever you got. So take it easy, guys. Keep the shiny side up. I'll see you when I see you.